our last day in Prague. And don't worry guys, i-update ulit namin kayo. And nag-book kami.
Don't stress your mind, we coming home tonight.
Hi guys, good morning. So time check tayo ngayon is 8:30 in the morning. So
Czech Republic time po.
So ayan, naka-couple ano kami. Binili namin ito kahapon dun sa souvenir shop. So ayan, nag-decide kami na isuot ito ngayon dahil this is our last day in Prague. And don't worry guys, i-update ulit namin kayo. And nag-book kami ng travel guide or
Tour guide.
Tour guide, parang gano'n.
May magtutur.
So, ang naka-include dun sa package na yun is ililibot niya rin kami. Pero yung nilibot lang din ata namin kahapon, parang almost the same, pero may mga ibang. Ang pinagkaiba lang is hindi namin alam kung ano yung history nun, kung ano yung place na yun. So ngayon, malalaman na natin yun guys. Kaya mas pinili namin mag-book. Although gumastos kami ng konti, pero it's okay kasi worth it naman dahil malalaman natin yung history. Kasi once in a lifetime lang naman to guys. Kaya sulitin na natin. And kasama din doon sa package na yun yung cruise na tour. So, sasakay kami sa mini cruise. And so yun, later guys, malalaman natin.
It's about Prague and how it gets separated up. So in Prague we have 4 major parts of the city or districts. And the one that we are in now is called Lesser Town or Lesser Quarter. And traditionally it was where all of the really poorest people of the entire city lived, was in this neighborhood here. In the 16th and 17th century, they moved in a bunch of German artisans and kicked out a lot of the poor people and moved them somewhere else. So after that time, this area became more known for crafts and the pottery fair that they would do every year or so. The other parts of the city, you have Old Town, which includes the Old Town Square, Clock Tower, and the Charles Bridge. That's kind of connecting between Old Town and Lesser Town that we are. And then you have New Town, which was founded by Charles IV, the most popular and important king of our history here. And that is the area that's south of the Charles Bridge, including the theater and a lot of historic buildings. And then we have Prachanin, would have been part of the church itself, but it never actually ended up finishing construction with it. And then they redid the facade of the church on the inside in the Baroque style in the 17th century. For time during Communism. Czech Republic was under Communism for 41 years, and during that time it said that like almost 50% of the entire population was a police informant, so it was really hard to know who to trust. People didn't have any trust for their neighbors or even their friends. And communism, I think, also has a big impact of why a lot of the people here are not that religious, because when communism came, they took away the power from all of the churches, take the deeds from the church away, and tried to spread it out for the people.
Imagine all the people living all the people living
Island, and as I said before, was a very prominent place for pottery shows and other things during the 16th and 17th century. Before that, this canal was primarily constructed for this exact reason, the water wheels for the mills to run a lot of agricultural resources and refineries, stuff like that. So this actually was part of the Grand Priori mill that was connected to it, and for a really long time. The original structure was established in the 1400s, so it's been here for quite some time. the other parts of Campa Island is this big giant park. It's a great place to come on a sunny day because you get cold wind coming off of the river, but also from the canal on the other side as well. And here we have a lovely art installation, the babies. These are done by one of the most favorite modern Czech artists, David Czerny. These babies are the same ones that are crawling on the Žižkov TV tower. In the background here, the tall tower with the red and white on top. That is the Žižkov TV tower, and if you get up closer to it, you can see it has a bunch of these black things over the city as well.
Side by side.
Yeah, it's a very popular for them to film movies here because they can make it look like really unique country in Europe. Point out a couple of things, which is a good spot to see them. Behind us we have the building with the golden crown on top of it, just right across the river. This is the Czech National Theater. Before World War I, we were part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And during that time, German was the official language of the country, and Czech almost went extinct. It was really only being spoken in the villages and the countryside, and no one in the city was speaking Czech anymore. So in 1881, a lot of rights, see the plaques from the different watermarks. Like this was in 1890, and then the one up at the very top here was in 2002. So you can see exactly how high the water got. It was very tall. And then also on this side, you might notice that it has the German word for waterline instead of the Czech word. That was because during this time, you know that it was during the Austro-Hungarian Empire, so it was when German was being spoken in the country. Also on the other side of the river, encapsulating parts of Old Town. And this is to be a flood prevention wall that will allow the firemen to very quickly come in and attach pillars and poles to help protect some of the downtown area. Well, if you're looking for a very unique souvenir, it's actually quite good to buy from the people who sat on the bridge. In order to have a shop here, they have to have a license certification that pretty much states that they have either personally made or they know the artist who has made what they are selling. So you know it's not some mass-produced images or things like that. 3 different statues. They're all replicas at this point in time, different religious figures, as well as Saint Francois the Saint, who is the patron saint of the city here. You can see some of them have been taken away for reconstruction. Anyways, so they're all replicas, and the stone that they're made out of is sandstone, which is why some of them are black and others are white. Is because sandstone is very porous and it absorbs a lot of air pollution and smoke and things like that that have made it turn black over the years. So did anyone, I know you weren't able to, but has anyone been able to go up to the castle yet to see the castle? Okay. Oh, right behind us you can see the Prague Castle Complex. It is the largest castle complex in the entire world, actually. It composes of 75 different buildings and gardens and different areas to explore. Of course, the castle complex was built at varying times throughout history, but they all have a similar facade and front appearance because in the 17th century, the Queen at the time wanted everything to be redone in the Baroque style to give it a more uniform look to it. But of course, the most important building in the castle complex is St. Vitus Cathedral, which you can see from here, which actually took over 600 years to complete construction. So it wasn't until the 19th century that they actually completed constructing this cathedral here. And it's pretty easy to tell that they used a lot of different architectural styles. So this is the Old Town Bridge Tower, which was also constructed for the Charles Bridge. The bridge on the other side, if you see, it kind of goes off at an angle. It was because it was originally for the Judith Bridge that went into a different direction. But this bridge was, at least the lower parts of it, this tower was constructed during Charles IV's reign. So he was actually able to come and he would do announcements to people from the top of the tower. Unfortunately, the bridge itself wasn't completed until after he died. I believe the final construction ended in about 1401, where he actually passed away in about like 1375. So he wasn't able to see the full construction of the bridge itself. But up on the top here we have a lot of these different coat of arms, and in the center you have two very specific ones, and they represent both coat of arms for Charles IV. As I mentioned before, his father was John of Luxembourg and his mom was Eliška of Brunslova of the Bohemian dynasty.